most Rumble lately. But right now, it's a Hearthstone day again. And we'll see how that works out. So I expect to be streaming a ton of Rumble over the next week. So it's going to be roughly a week before we get back to Hearthstone again. Maybe even a little bit more. But today, for the final time this season, let's play some Hearthstone. I can also play viewer decks today if you have some deck requests, so we can jam some of those. 9,300, alright. And I want to play the Speak Mech Rogue a little bit. I haven't had a chance to play with this yet. This looked super strong. I don't remember the mulligan though. Shouldn't have checked the mulligan before, but it's okay. I believe we can do this. Both players start with upgraded hero powers. Well, the warrior's gonna have a lot. Well, but we have the illusionist, so let's see if that works. But that armor, that's the good old tank up. Didn't think I would see Rokara tank up. I thought it was going to be Magni, but sometimes it's Rokara. Right. To play mech, I render one of Mirror's gadgets. Okay, the DB forging things. More illusionists. Illusionists are good. Hi, bird. Mid-range. Macro got some decent cards in the new expansion. In the new expansion, yes. And also... what do we take? I might actually go for some Mimirum spamming here. In a little while. So I could grab this one. It would also cost nothing right now, so I could get it on the board here. Because I'm going to coin out the illusionist next turn anyway. Let's see. I say my name. Alright. Coin illusionist time. And fast forwarding. And now, if they happen to kill the illusionist, then things are going to start happening. They have something that's forged. So we'll see how that goes. We'll just add more illusionists here, right? I believe we will. I could also get a bunch of gadgets, but I mean... I just want illusionists on this board, to be honest. Because now this warrior is going to be in so much trouble. Hi, Vine Leaf Flower. And hi, Josh. Yeah, like you can Bladestorm the illusionists down. But will you survive what happens after that? That is the question. Maybe with enough armor. Maybe. Will they have enough armor to kill everything? Thunderbringers and everything. Maybe they will. Let's find out. Kill the Thunderbringer. Then they have enough armor to sanitize everything away, right? I think they will. So do I hold the Thunderbringer for a turn here? Maybe I need to hold it for a turn. Let's get some gadgets first. Deal 3 damage, okay. on the Divine Shield, okay. We'll use that over there. So like this. Because now they really need to handle the Mimiron. They can't leave Mimiron up. That is not an option. But they might have the Sanitize double forged cards. So Flames plus Sanitize gives them enough armor to survive. Oh dear. Well, we need to go in with this anyway. Try to take some of that armor away, but I'm afraid the warrior just might have it. They just might have it, what it takes. If they can kill the Krabatoa and the Neptulon, but I think they can, then that's going to win them the game, right? All they need to do is kill the Krabatoa and the Neptulon. And now they have the Forged Sanitize in hand. And that's 7 damage, which is enough to kill the Neptulon. And then the warrior is actually going to win. How did that happen? I thought this deck was supposed to be good. You try my warrior deck if I post here. Yeah, I can do that. Sure. I need a deck code, though. I guess the warrior wins. That's unpleasant. That's very unpleasant indeed. They got all their removal cards. And they were just good enough. They were just good enough. Ouch. Losing with a top tier deck. Hurts my feelings. But sometimes they had just every possible card from their deck that's removal. Every single one. They needed all of them. Double Blade Storms. They needed the Flames. They needed the Sanitize. They needed the Hammer. The combination of all of those cards are just enough. Well. Yeah, it's a loss. There's nothing left in the deck, so just concede. Tough. I mean, an absolute nut hand from the warrior was enough to beat the rogue. Let's try again. Alright, up against the Warlock. Let's go.
Do not doubt my power. None can escape my fury.
Furious. Let's see. I can prep the pit stop. I can discover a Mimiron. Mimiron's pretty good. Can also get on the board. Alright. So we have a big Mimiron. We have a 1-cost card here. And that turn was a little lackluster. We're going to try to magnetize the Snoop, but unless they kill the drone reconstructor here. Which they might. On the other hand, they don't really want to spend resources on that, but they know they're up against the Mech-Rogue, so they kind of do want to, so I expect a Drain Soul. Alright, hold your breath. Let's try after this game if I can get the code to work. Alright. This gets this to 4 health, which is a nice point. I could do a Spark Bot on it. Get it to 5 health. What about the Mimiron plan? Foil is still just like Drain Soul plus Coil. I think we're going in the Spark Bot out there after all. Maybe swing with the dagger too. Trendar, a little big rogue action. Yeah, a bit. And then Viewer decks will probably be played throughout the evening as well. Okay, that's not too bad. Was going to be losing this soon, but and giving it stealth doesn't really do much. I don't want to gear shift the Mimir run away. I'm going to do a pit stop here. Get the oscillator.
Justice is mine.
That one's going to be a reborn. I can't help that, but that's going to the dome.
Quickly.
Coining to stealth, that doesn't really do much right now. Because it's still under the effect of reverberation. So magnetizing more on this doesn't actually help me. Witchcraft, can I give me a 40-card Warlock deck? Sure. I have one Warrior deck coming after this. But then I could play a Warlock after that. Alright. Now we're going in. With Mimiron, the Mastermind. And Frequency Oscillator. Giving me the blades, but I don't want the blades yet. I just want to stealth the Mimiron. For more blades. Alright. I like where we're going. I like where we're going a lot. We have a 7-10 stealth Mimiron. What can the Warlock do about that? I have the Titan here. It could attach the cannons. Possibly. Let's see. Lethal. Where do you see lethal? They could get the 6/6 demon. They didn't. I mean, that's 11, 12. I mean, sure, if they don't... Well, I mean, sure, if that happens, then it's lethal, yeah. I thought they would be able to kill at least one of the mechs. But, well, they rolled a little low. So that was, yeah, not the greatest of games in that sense. But Witchcraft, up to you. I mean, I have exactly one deck in the queue at the moment, so you would get that would be played after the Warrior deck. So it's not like I have a ton. Just trying to get Hold Your Breath's deck code to work. Yeah, there was one extra hashtag at the end. Balthasar rolled a slow sided when I started Mercs, had to craft Ragnar's. Oh dear. So this is Hold My Breaths. Hold Your Breaths. Here, you can just write here. That's totally cool. But I do need a deck code so that I'm not going to start building them one card by one card during a stream. So this Warrior deck, let me see. Viper, Hammer, there's an ETC. ETC has Felon Flames, Viper, and Starfish. Why the Felon Flames? Why the Fell and Flames? Franz Yog, Odin, only one copy of Trial by Fire. That's quite a surprise because Trial by Fire is seriously strong. Hi, Boxer. That's Brawl, Ignis. I don't know why there are these singletons. They don't really make sense. Maybe the Brawl does because Brawl is quite situational. But especially the Trial by Fire and From the Depths are typically cards that you run in 2 copies if you include them. Then something like Bash is well, maybe a little old-fashioned at this point. I'm also not certain about the point of Fizzle. Fizzle is like a slow value card, but this is not that kind of a slow value deck, really. But it is a variant of the highly popular Armor Warrior archetype. I'll also add Witchcraft's deck here, so that I don't lose track of the code. But we'll play a game or two with the Warrior first, and then we'll come take a look at the Warlock deck in more detail. So first up, Mulligan, Slime, Posig, Forge, Doomkin, and Ubisat, Tourguide, Eradication, and Defile. Cool. But first, let's take a look at this Warrior deck. And then after that, we'll take a look at the Warlock deck. Balthazar not going to troll by submitting Mark's OTK decks. Yeah, Mark's OTK decks. There's a reason Mark plays on very low ranks. It takes dedication. It definitely takes dedication to get those combos to work. But theoretically, they are functional combos. Alright, we're up against a Warlock. So it could be a Contra Warlock, it could be a Thaddeus Warlock. I wonder if I'll need a Sanitize against the Thaddeus Warlock. Maybe. A bird with a deck code. I'll try to not lose track of that. Let's see. So we get to start forging some stuff. Let's forge. Forging is fun. Right, good for you. Good evening, Ebbs. Life Taparino. Viper is not super powerful in this matchup. We can trade it away. We find the Odin. And I think we need to start building up some armor base here. Because if it's a Thaddeus Warlock, if Thaddeus hits the board, I will need armor to be able to sanitize things. We'll forge the flames, and we armor up a little bit again. I'll need to build up some armor here. Also that forge means that there can be stuff that's going to be played on the board. Let's see, I don't have... Well, I have some removal. We'll see, we'll see. Abyss, hey, thank you for the sub. They be forging, I be forging, everyone's forging.
Do you have this in a bigger size?
I can draw a couple of cards here, that's okay. Well, I definitely don't want Finley now. I already have my Odin. I don't want to put Odin at the bottom of the deck. That would be a disaster. Losing a mana crystal hurts. But not too much, not too much. I can still kill the Doomkin here. Got rid of that, that's okay, that's a start. Hope that this won't be another Doomkin immediately. Those Doomkins can be annoying. I'll still need to forge this copy of Sanitize. So the Valkyr. I have the option to just sanitize this board away. Then I would have another Sanitize later on. Other alternatives. I could Bellowing Flames. Doesn't do much. What about the Valkyr? 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4. Or 1 and a 2 hit. No. They don't line up well against the 7. They just don't.
A conundrum.
It's quite unlikely that 5 damage will kill this giant. I may have to spend 1 Sanitize here. I'm not super excited about that. But we'll spend 1 copy. Because typically I might need 2 to push through the Sargeras taunt, so I'm not sure.
Can you feel the gift of the sun?
Phil sometimes gives second Odin. That seems like a very, very far-fetched occurrence. Was the Chorus Riff? Did I lose anything important? No, I did not. That's still fine. Well, we could do that fizzle here. I can Sanitize. I can forge the Sanitize. I can play the fizzle now. It's fine to get something going.
I will not be denied.
Kill the minion there. And armor up a little bit. So now I have a snapshot that includes a Sanitize and an Odin. And the Bellowing Flames, these are forged within the Sanitize, so that's great. They are getting the Sargeras out early. So it is what it is. Let's see. This is the only chance I have to get the Odin on the board. So here comes Odin on the board. Right. Odin has hit the board. But will we have enough? It's far from certain. Far from certain indeed. Alright, Witchcraft, I'll try to grab that. The 6/8s don't matter. The relic can be annoying. I will have to Sanitize next turn. I was hoping to pick up some useful riffs. Actually, does this deck not have Bridge Riff in it? Does this deck actually not have Bridge Riff? Wait, where's my Bridge Riff? My Bridge Riffs are gone. I have no Bridge Riffs. Huh. That's most inconvenient.
Must burn them all.
Well, that's gonna suck.
This in a bigger size?
That's gonna be a huge problem.
I will not be denied.
Push him to face for 14 here. Oh dear, oh dear.
Our gift of the arcane enlightens us.
The arcane, the arcane. And another healing card coming. That's a whole bunch of healing now. Okay. Oh, the snapshot. But I think we need to look for a Wind Fury weapon now. They probably run the Viper in that kind of deck, so it has to be the 1-cost weapon. It is the Wind Fury weapon. With the armor. So we're trying to set things up for next turn, right? Trying to set things up for next turn.
Must burn them all.
We stand together. We stand together. We stand together.
A little inconvenient, I suppose.
We stand together.
We'll heal them up a little, but okay. Wind Fury. I need to get to... They're 31, I need to get to 16 attack. Two, 10, 13, 14, 15. I don't have the 16 attack here. I do not know how to push through this. There should be a way, but I can't find it. Let's see if the brawl can kill all the taunts. Much of the time it kills all the taunts. I still can't get to 16 attack though. I can get 10, so 20 damage right there. That's not quite enough now, is it? No, it is not. I can hammer a little bit here. That's a bit of damage. Might make it a little easier for me to get there. I still... There are too many cards in the snapshot. So I need 13 damage. Seven mana. No. That's... So that's 2... That's 3... 11. Five mana. So flames. Bash. The weapon. The heavy plate. And that's lethal. I even had some extra. All right. There we go, there we go. Took a while to navigate through that, but in the end it went better than I expected, to be honest. But yeah, the one mana Wind Fury, I even made a short video back when Odin Warrior was new about how people often take the wrong weapons, that they should focus on the one mana weapon a lot more. So I have even made YouTube instructions about that months ago. But yeah, we could do a second game with this, I think. Are the games too long? This kind of slow deck, of course. The games take a long time. So, but I still kind of don't like that because it's only 43% to get the Wind Fairy from Ignis. And that's why right now Control Warlock is slightly favored against this warrior deck. Because you don't always find that Wind Fairy.
I make my own luck.
Let your penance begin.
Alright. Against the rogue we might need the flames. So this rogue deck is probably going to be the big rogue. And the big minions that they're going to have means that I would actually probably need to have a sanitize to be able to kill the big minions. I do need to forge this though. I need to get it forged, it's important. Drawing cards is also very useful. It might not be a big rogue after all, because they drew. Would have expected some mechs, but also this approach is completely fine. I think I'll just Blade Storm that away now. That also let me draw another card. So let's see. Okay. There's my Odin. Now I don't need to draw, I just equip this and I remove the Divine Shield there. They can obviously regenerate the Divine Shield if they want, but that's acceptable. Snoop's a problem. If I have to use another Blade Storm here, that's not great. But I think I have to. It's really too bad that there are no Bridge Rifts in this deck. That's like very, very strange design decision. Snapshot will not help me. No. Chorus Rifts are not that useful. I already have the Odin. I think I'll just need a Verse Riff. I'll use another Blade Storm, but I'm not happy about this. This might not have been optimal. Because now I'm in a position where I do not have sufficient tools to handle the big minions that are coming eventually. Oof. That's awkward. I need to draw more cards. No, Finley is totally useless here. I don't actually need more armor right now. 8 cards in hand. This is acceptable. Well, we got to a sanitize, but it's unforged. We're staring at a big minion. The lack of Bridge Rifts just completely throws me off, because that's usually a key part of how you play the deck. So this deck needs some adjustments in the playstyle because it's missing one of its best cards. Yeah, Ini was the worst case scenario here. That was the worst case scenario for me. I'll have to spend the brawl here, and then I have to also... Well, I won the brawl, apparently. That's awesome. Well, then I don't have to do anything else.
Scream for me.
He can stay. He can stay for all I care. I'm very surprised by them going for the prison now. That's usually a terrible move. But they did get a random mage secret, which could be an objection. So I cannot play the Odin out there. There's a chance that Odin gets objected to. So in a position like this, I actually have to armor up first. I don't have to, but I can. Yes, I can. I could have played this first. Check for a counter spell. Check for the objection. No objection, okay. 10 cards in hand. But there are no cards in deck that I absolutely need from here. So I can play the Ignis. It's fine to play the Ignis. Get the Wind Fury weapon. With the armor gain. Hand is full, but that's okay. We'll kill their minion there. So next turn I want to get the Odin into play. But I hope that these minions being on the board will give me enough time to get Odin out there. Now I'm uncertain whether there is enough time. They maybe need to trial by fire. The important part is whether they get stealth. If they can get stealth, that can be extremely awkward. I'm 21. And they killed me from 21. That's the stealth. But killing me from 21 should still be quite difficult, I believe. Yep, Sama, hey. Thanks for the raid. So we kill the taunt minion. And we play the Odin.
Amuse me with your tales of victory.
And can they deal 21 damage now? I don't think they should be able to. They need another... Oh, we're about to find out. Very soon we're about to find out. They might have a near infinite mana though. Maybe they can deal 21. Maybe they actually can. Let's see. It looks like they're definitely setting up for that. It looks like they did have 21. A bit of a surprise. Well, bummer. I find this deck super awkward to play, because this is missing many of the best cards. This clearly requires a completely different playstyle than you would usually play this kind of Control Warrior, and I don't really like this. I think the deck is simply worse than playing it in a regular way. And like, even though you could say that, hey, this needs a different playstyle, but that's still kind of cope, because it's just worse than playing a regular version of the deck. But yeah, it's a Odin Warrior, so Odin Warriors do Odin Warrior things. I had a couple of decks there. Let's see what we have. So first of all, we had Witchcrafts. So this is an XL Control Warlock running the Sunwell and Thaddeus. So it's Thaddeus Warlock because it has Flesh Behemoths and it has the Slimes, so that it has the tools to cheat out Thaddeus early. But it is an XL version. Posig generally is an aggro or mid-range card. I don't think you ever have a reason to run Posig in a deck like this, but okay. What else? Oh, the Amplifier. Does maximum mana to 11 open any opportunities for this deck? Don't think it does, right? At least I can't immediately see it. Viper, Steam Cleaner, Lord Charaxus. I'm curious about the Steam Cleaner in Control Warlock, because Control Warlock is super favored against Plague Death Knight. And Plague Death Knight, I believe, is the only deck that you take against with a Steam Cleaner, so seems kind of redundant. But let's see what happens. Alright, Holy Breath. I'm happy if the deck is working for you. Which deck was that? This was this. I think this is the Warlock deck. You can also clean their symphony. Alright. Well, I suppose that is true. Let's see. Well, we have an amorphous slime in our hand. We want the slime to discard Darkened Ratir. Not really. Darken is the worst option for slime to discard. And there are 3 other options. So I should usually be able to find one of the 3 others. Although this is an XL deck, which means that the probabilities are now off. Because we'll have 40 cards. So I'm actually not sure if I will get one of the 3 reliably enough on average. I no longer know. Thing is here, I have a really beautiful curve, but on by 5 I would need an undead. So I kind of also would like to tap, but then again maybe not. 8 cards in hand, alright. They can just shoot this down, I think. I need to hit them in the face here. Yeah, I was concerned about possibility of that dragged below. Yeah, I do have the coin Doomkin, that is true. Now I do have a Flesh Behemoth available. We're going to Posig. Smack them in the face a little again. 7 cards in hand, alright, alright. To get rid of some audio bots. I see what you did there. Viper, Steam Cleaner, Jaraxxus. But yeah, coining the Doomkin does seem like a rather important play here. And I need to clear the 4 health minion from there. They can now play another audio bot though. and then kill the Posig, which is what I expect to happen now. But this can at least fight against those bots. We are in a bit of a pickle, taking quite a chunk of damage. We need the slime. I don't have a card to kill my own slime. I can tentacle. I can trade the one that is not hit by tentacle there. So then we have the flesh behemoths coming. The potential for symphony. It's unlikely that they would have silence. Placerino is the Placerino. Right? I believe I'll use this to trade there. I'll use this to trade there. And I'm going to try a symphony now. That is rather miserable, is it not? On the other hand, I don't have that many cards, so draw 6 cards is actually usable in this position. I'm going to draw 6 cards. Not what I wanted to happen, but fine. I could tap go down to 17. And this is always going face. I was hoping to get a buff on this. That's what I was really hoping for. 9 cards in hand. I'll go 10 cards in hand and then I'll play a tour guide. Let's do that. Actually, I should have stayed at 8 cards because of the behemoth effect. It's been such a long time since I played Thaddeus Warlock, I forgot about that. Luckily, I was not punished yet. I would want to get my Sargeras out there. I guess we will. Sargeras is after all really powerful. There are upsides to having the hand. But then this will... Yeah, they can also give me curses. So unless I significantly... I can just win with Sargeras. I don't have to think like a... I don't have to think like a Thaddeus Warlock at this point. I can think like a Control Warlock. So I just think like a Control Warlock here. I have Sargeras on the board. I don't need additional cards for anything. Copy of Sargeras cannot do anything. Copies of Sargeras do not have access to their abilities. So the only thing that the Reverberations can do is it can help them to kill my Sargeras, because it only can take 1 hit now. But I have my hand almost full, so they can't give me a lot of... They cannot give me a lot of curses. Which means I'm totally fine. They can still give me curses and then make this draw undead so that it will not be useful. A small downside, no doubt. But nothing too major. I can also prevent them from playing a Sargeras should they have one of their own. By playing a Doomkin here and stealing a mana crystal. So we still keep them from getting to 9 mana crystals. I have 8 cards in hand at the moment and I can forge this, so this is totally acceptable. They can give me multiple curses, and then they can kill that. But now they have to give me 2 curses before killing that if they want to. Yeah, but they couldn't do that, so that's totally fine, that's totally fine. We're going to take the... Which weapon are we going to take? Is it the 5-cost weapon? I could play it immediately. Could also be a 10-cost weapon. That's fine. With Wind Fury. And all the healing. Sounds good. And then... I will give some space. Some space is fine now.
Can you feel the gift of
Some space is fine. Yeah, we can do it like this even. That's totally fine too. Yeah, that's totally fine to do it like this. Now they kind of have to respond to this Thaddeus. They can only give me 1 curse, so... yeah. Some curse is wasted. And then the Wind Fury weapon will actually even kill them, so... They were able to give me 2 curses. I have 11 cards. I forgot about the amplifier. Well, be that as it may. It was still fine. The amplifier, 11 cards. Yeah, I totally forgot about that. I miscalculated a lot because of that. Not a card that I have ever used before. I think that may have been like literally the first time that I ever played the card. But yeah. Be that as it may. We deviated from the game plan, going from like Thaddeus game plan into Control game plan a little bit, but I guess that's sort of the point of what this hybrid can do. And Baltor, hey, good evening.
Nazoth versus Rexar.
I'm acting on instinct.
Well, we have the Forge and the Anubisat. And an Eradication. So, I think this looks like a pretty decent hand against the Hunter. Let's see what kind of... I mean, it's probably going to be an Arcane Hunter.
I see you.
Ah,
The living drop all kinds of things.
most Arcane Hunters currently do not run the bananas. Bananas are old school. They do run some secrets. Could be a hidden meaning. Don't play around a hidden meaning. I suppose not. Wasn't a hidden meaning. Then it's most likely going to be a cat trick. But I do have to kill some of the 4/1s, do I not? Unfortunately, I think I do. Not proc the cat trick though. I can coin to proc the cat trick first, and then I can eradicate, so it will also kill the cat trick minion. So it's going to be probably a cat trick, given what they had played before, 2, 3, 4, 5 health on the board. Auto eradication. Kills all of that. And then I could do an armor vendor, or I could do a tour guide. Which one do I want? I think an armor vendor is fine here. Let's do that. Hi, Frax. Yeah, Hearthstone day now before the big rumble time starts. Well, now they really cannot pick the freezing trap. So I think we're fine.
Break it, you buy it.
I can do Wandering Monster, of course. With a bait and switch. Impressive. That was impressive. We can do the Forge here. Forge is fine. Tour Guide's fine. I can tap a little bit. So, I do have an option to do a Slime, although discarding Darken is not what I really want to happen. Painful movements there. Unfortunate that this does not have Rush. They don't have Silence, right? So what if I just play the Slime? Use the Rush minion to kill the Explorer. That will help me get Darken on the board. With this deck we don't have the stuff that makes copies of stuff in the Slime though. Which is slightly unfortunate. I think this is the way. Do that. Make a Rush copy. Use that to kill this. This one goes face. For next turn I have access to Anubisat, Astalor. They might trade this in and have something like Star Power to kill Darken. That could happen. Well, now there's definitely no Star Power. So do they have an answer to Darken? That's not very convincing now, is it? It is not. Darken gets on the board. Alright, so then we summon the Darken on the board. They could have Star Power for next turn, of course. That can totally happen. Darken gets on the board here. Then we kill the 4-1 there. And then we kill the costumed singer here. And then we summon a 7/7 Taunt minion too. We heal for 6 from Darken. Star Power still solves all of their problems. Star Power is a great card. That is not Star Power. Neither is that. So far so good. This will be a Forge. Double Forges to kill some stuff. And then I can Forge this. And it's gonna be fine. And that... Let's get the random Holy spell. Not a terrible holy spell, but I think this is another Forge of Wills. I'll make a couple of copies of these minions. Use them to trade some of their stuff away. I'm still at 31 health. They haven't been able to press on very effectively. The Prison Breaker doesn't really belong in that deck anymore. Ah, they had that. Well, collateral damage definitely was stronger than what I expected them to be able to do. But it's still no problem. It's still no problem whatsoever. Astalor protects. And the light it burns, I guess. We punched him in the face for 7. I can also afford to tap. I can. First I thought that I might not be able to afford that, but actually I can afford that too. Yoxaron, I see. Black rock and roll. A second copy of Yoxaron. That's intriguing. That was interesting. Holy cow. Mage Secret, what if it is an objection? I'll drop this into the potential objection there. Runes, well, I take some damage. I'm not happy about that, but okay. 5 tendrils. What could Loken find for me? Let's see. Thaddeus, please. Oh, those were not the minions that I wanted. Definitely not the minions I wanted. Okay, well, then we chill for the time being. Star-strung bow. It's going to go straight for the dome. Now some madness can happen. I don't know what's going to happen here. Anything can happen from here. I see. Another Mage Secret, so that could be an objection again. What if it's an objection? I can't throw my Astalor into an objection. That would be a disaster. They managed to draw 4 cards with those. That was pretty good. You still must attack the minion with Taunt. Those are the rules. Those are the rules. Now I have something that I can drop into an objection. Beautiful. Was not an objection. Okay. Ice Barrier, Counter Spell, or Visage. Do they have lethal if it's Visage? That's the big question. They already used the collateral damage. I don't think they have another. It was the Visage indeed. I may have actually lost this game. I should not have attacked in the Visage because of the death rattle on Loken. They only need 8 damage. Yeah, they're going to win. I needed to not attack so that they wouldn't get the extra 3 damage. I would still take damage the following turn. Well, we'll see. Sometimes bullshit just happens. What can you say? It's all just bullshit. They should have had lethal here, though. Curious if they don't. I don't even know how that was possible. But they don't have lethal. So we win anyway. Reverberations. Even if it's a bait and switch, then it doesn't matter. It's under the effect of reverberation, so it will still die. Then we hit twice into the other one. And then we go face. But even if there was something... a bit of a sloppy game from me, I suppose, but... Oh, victory is a victory nonetheless. I don't even remember if that was the first or second game with this deck already. Kind of lost track. It was a very sloppy game. But... yeah. I would love to see that archetype updated to the post-Prison Breaker world, because Prison Breaker just isn't what it used to be anymore. But I haven't seen anyone play a non-Prison Breaker version of that. They're all playing the non-banana version instead. Which just isn't that great. Tentacle, Doomkin... I'm again thinking like a control... I keep thinking like I'm playing a control warlock even though I'm playing a hybrid, so I should really do some adjustment in order to play like that. I'm playing this deck like I was playing control warlock, and that's not what the deck is really. But let's see. So we should be meeting some plagues. Which should not be an issue, usually, but see how it goes. They could play the 3-2 now. If they play the 3, they play the 2-3 without... Oh, that was a surprise. Mild shock, I would say. I'll just play the amplifier then. No, we probably can't do good reverberate, tentacle play. So that sucks a little bit. Double tentacles, but nope. I need to play these first. Yeah, I can actually play this first because there's no frost. There is a frost plague in my deck. So I need to play the tentacle first. Frost plagues can just really mess up your timings if you allow them to. Let's see. Luckybug, what's your favorite game apart from Hearthstone? Wow. Well, I mean, Warcraft Rumble seems pretty good. I kind of want to coin the Doomkin next turn. Can we win the 50-50? Nope, we lost the 50-50 roll. That was unpleasant. Yeah, now this is not looking good. What can I do about this? And I'll have to coin the Doomkin out there. I'll need to take the Mana Crystal, but they're just applying so much pressure now. I can't hold on. I have these Flesh Behemoths that are totally useless in my hand. Because without finding a slime, then these... such a terribly expensive hand here. I have 0 removal tools. I could Finley away the Behemoths, but that doesn't necessarily get me anything better. This is a disaster. This is an absolute and complete disaster. I'm going to have to Finley. I would want to get the Sargeras out there, but I'm under too much pressure and I have 0 removal pieces. Absolutely 0. This is an absolute disaster. There's a tiny chance with the tour guide. Now the fact that this is a hybrid deck really hurts me, because if I was playing either a pure Thaddeus or a pure Contra Warlock list, then this would be easy. But because I'm playing this hybrid, I'm getting the worst of both worlds. And that's why I'm not finding success here. This is how I have to play this, but I don't think this is good enough. I had to take the Magata off the board, because there was too much damage coming in. But I desperately needed a card that I can play, because my hand is completely clogged with 9 mana cards. I have the big cards from both archetypes in hand. And none of the small ones from either. I don't have removal pieces, because I have the Thaddeus package. But I don't have the consistency of the Thaddeus package because I have the control package. So I'm just absolutely and utterly dead.
Armor! Lightly used armor!
4, 5, 6, 7. 11 damage already here. Even getting Sargeras on the board will not help. And Sargeras would have to live, because if Sargeras does not live, then I cannot get the taunt minions up. I will probably have to use the Twisting Nether from Sargeras.
Death cannot be bound.
Now I definitely have to use the Twisting Nether from Sargeras. The upside is that I have stolen 2 mana crystals, so they cannot play a Primus. That's the sole upside here.
Break it, you buy it.
Go face, because I'm going to send all of the minions. Doesn't proc death rattles, does not proc the reborn effect. That means that I can also make Forge of Will's copy here. Then I have a choice. I can send these 3 cards back. But I think I must not. Because I think my best chance to survive lies in playing a Flesh Behemoth next turn if there is a next turn. Unless I have a Mortal Eradication play. I thought it was the other list. I didn't think they were running a Blood Rune. That came as a surprise.
My pain doesn't compare to your plague.
The more you struggle, the better.
Well, then the Mortal Eradication thing could work. If I can heal enough here. Okay. As long as I don't draw 2 plagues now.
Feels good.
Don't draw 2 plagues. I can use this to hit over there. Use this to hit over here. I want this off the board. On the board. 2 minions are coming. This can stay on the board. It can hit here. 5 health on the board. Mortal Eradication for 5. Heals me for 6. I can get my taunt minions in. Hit them in the face a little. I actually don't need the flesh behemoths for anything, right? Maybe they're still useful. Because they can draw Darken, which could heal me more. I will get some taunts so we cannot be charged. There's 2 more turns before the Astalor.
The more you struggle, the better.
Let's see. I'm a bit low on health. As long as I can stay above the imps, then a no muncher will not hit face. But I desperately start to need Darken. They have a down with the ship left that can go face. Cadaver can go face. They could have ship, cadaver, no muncher. That kind of play would do. That would set me as the lowest health minion, lowest health target for the no muncher. Okay. Well, here it has to be the Symphony time. Preferably the lifesteal. I have 15 damage there. Can I get the lifesteal? I can get the lifesteal. Well, that's one way to go about it. Trade these 2 in. Hit some face, hit some face. Did I miscalculate? No, I would have killed myself with the 6 damage to everything. Then I already did lifesteal. Then we summon more stuff. Also swap my hand, because that's another draw effect. So these cards are not drawn. These cards were not drawn, so even if they were placed, that would not have affected anything. I'm at 11. I don't think they have a way to get no muncher to hit me in the face. Now they can heal, but they couldn't hit me in the face. I have a Lord Jaraxxus in the band manager. That's going to be what I need. I will need the heals. I need to drop a Defile so that 2 hits will be enough to kill the no munchers. Proper defile there. I can sacrifice the smaller ones. Yes, I can. That's perfectly acceptable. Smaller ones are sacrificed. Okay, they heal the full. That's okay. We'll take the Lord Cherak. I could also take the Steam Cleaner, though. But no, it's Cheraxus. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 minions will be on the board. I can drop an Imposing Anubis up there too. That's fine. Cheraxus will give me some health.
Our gift of frost shields us.
You have earned an eternity of torment.
The plague should be of no consequence. My deck is so huge that the probability to draw plagues is non-existent. Now we have 12 plus 10, 22 damage. We can end the game with Lord Cheraxus.
You face Jaraxxus, Eldar Lord of the Burning Legion.
I can also do this. So we will have ample damage to win the game. Like, I don't... This game is probably a pretty good sample of why I don't like having the Steam Cleaner in this specific deck. Or this archetype. Because you just don't need that. Especially when you're playing an Excel list. You're not going to draw a lot of plagues. Especially in a game that goes long enough that you would be able to use a Steam Cleaner. It's very unlikely to happen. But somehow we managed to win a game. A game where Sargeras got to attack phase. That's not something you see every day. Definitely not something you see every day. We had one more deck in the queue. And that deck is, oh my goodness. It's good old Warlock Murloc. Now, Warlock Murloc takes me back. This is an archetype that I played a lot back in Vanilla. The first time I played to Diamond 5, I played with the Warlock Murloc. And yeah, those were the days. We thought they would never end. Oh my goodness. Give all Murlocs in your hand. And of course that Sunken Scavenger. Give your other Murlocs +1/+1 wherever they are. You just need to be able to stretch for that. So it's with Rock Bottom. I don't expect to actually win a game with this deck. But I mean, it's good to set up realistic expectations. And one of those expectations is that I'm not going to win a game with this deck. If it goes really, really badly, then I think we'll just play one. Are you 4-0? I don't remember how many games I played, but I won the last game. So whatever game that was, I won it.
I hear the call of
Audio Brett, are you also streaming on Twitch? Yes, I'm multi-streaming. So you can watch, because Twitch changed their rules so that now you can stream on multiple platforms, so there's very few reasons not to. And yeah, you can watch me wherever you like. Your choice of the platform. You can find me on Twitch, you can find me on YouTube, you can find me on Facebook, you can find me on Trovo, You can even find me on Kick. I'm giving that a bit of a try. We'll see. We'll see how that works. Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness! We have the holy hand grenade here. So how do we do this? I could coin the scavenger. But I want this to go... So I think we're just going to play the Tidecaller first. Now this is just Tidecaller... This is just Tidecaller, Scavenger, Wild Blood Scent. They usually don't have the bananas anymore. Although this time they did. But assuming that they would not have had the bananas, then actually getting rid of this would have been a bit of an endeavor. Sunken Scavenger. There we go, there we go. I don't actually get to draw the minion immediately, which is a little awkward. They now have the double secrets. Also a little awkward. But we'll work with it. I could also swap my hand. If I swap my hand... I also have Rock Bottom. But Rock Bottom doesn't summon it immediately either. We might be going for coin swap hand summon stuff. I think that seems okay. We actually go for that one. Coin. Swap the hand. We get the Sunken Scavenger. I'm really sad we could not find a one-cost Murloc. I was dearly hoping for a one-cost Murloc. That's probably not very strong right here. Some secrets, some bananas. That's a lot of bananas. And now there could be a bait and switch. I really can't afford to bait and switch there. We need to be careful about this. What if it's Wandering Monster and bait and switch? That would be awful. I don't think I have a lot of great ways to play around that. Well, no Wandering Monster at least. We'll do that. Then we'll do this. I'll get the Sunken Scavenger back, right? I could go for some kind of Gigafin play. But I think I will need a Gigafin play. That's in 2 turns. Maybe that's actually what I need. Maybe that is actually what I need. I played around the Hidden Meaning here. I played around the bait and switch here.
Sharp arrow, sharper aim.
Bait and switch is +3/+3. So we can do that. I'm going to rid of the bait and switch safely here. Alright, we got rid of the bait and switch. I can dredge the Gigafin. This kind of hunter deck can probably kill the Gigafin though. Which is kind of problematic. They probably have a hidden meaning there. I'm actually not happy with the way I played this game. I could have done better. Because this hunter deck can almost certainly kill the Gigafin. They also have the Celestial Shot bonus still active. So then, yeah, I'm just going to lose. Obviously, Gigafin is the only play I have available here. I have no other plays. This is the only thing I have available. But they should be able to deal 5 damage behind the taunt. See, that's the problem. That's the problem. I just could not... I had nothing. And what can I do? I mean, the deck is really bad. So, there's nothing I can really do about it. The deck sucks. I can't help that.
Defensive formation, champion.
Going to Book of Mercenaries as a new player. Hero would have just helped me. Yeah, I made the best possible guides for all of that stuff. That was pretty sweet. I'm sure I can draw some Murlocs, but that doesn't actually help at all. Yeah, I'm just completely dead here. I can't even proc the... Nah, there's nothing. Sorry, I mean, this archetype is totally unplayable. Totally unplayable. So I can't do anything with it. Ninja Monks, is it almost time for Ungoro on EU? No, I had totally forgotten that there's a twist season change. But yeah, you're right, it comes in 2 hours. I even had like all my good tools there, and I still could do absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing. But that's the price you pay if you play bad decks. Nothing I could do about that one. What was this deck that's linked to the chat? What is this deck? Is this the memes? Harp coil. Impending. That Plague Eruption is such a terrible card. I tried to play with that, but it's like it's one of the worst cards in this game. It's incredibly bad. It's like do just about nothing, and if you have done something that's not good for you, then do what the card should do in the first place. Like there's no upside. There's only like a downside, and then you can turn it into a normal card if you have discarded something. So it's a standard discard Warlock. My god, this deck sucks. That Disciple, that's another one of the worst possible cards in the game. Discard a spell to summon 2/3/2 imps. Like, holy cow, that's so bad. But the deck does have Sargeras, so who knows. All right, let's go. It's about time to go smack something. And that's going to be my head against a wall repeatedly. But I mean, for one game, I can play anything for one game. It's another hunter. See, people are serious this time of the year.
All eyes shall be open.
We might need this 3 mana kill their 4/1 minions. Because it can kill 4/1 minions. It deals 2 damage. I was a little bit contemplating saving the harp for turn 3. It's like healing, no healing's now wasted. Ninja Monk, is Blizz giving you any creator perks for Rumble? I got the Rumble care package. It included a keychain and it included a wireless charger for a cell phone. It's too bad I don't have a single cell phone. Or actually, my entire family doesn't have a single cell phone that would have wireless charging. But it included wireless charging anyway. And then there was a resin figure of the polymorph spell. So some pretty sweet stuff. But who knows, maybe we'll get something eventually. I mean, they did promise me access to the beta back in May 2022 and then they never gave me access to the beta. I actually won it from a contest. So, we'll see. Yeah, we're so not doing that. I think we're summoning the imps here. Let's see what happens. But maybe they will eventually warm up. I was not invited to the event. There was the big event with the Rumble. I was not invited to play at BlizzCon. I hear there's like Dexter and Tavali are playing at BlizzCon. Also, the creator event was people who didn't care about Rumble before at all. But hey, it's just... yeah. That's how it goes. I just don't have anything here. I just don't have anything. What am I supposed to do? Wing welding. These two. I guess that's exactly what I'm supposed to do. Yay. But who knows, maybe I will get some support. So far there have been lots of promises, lots of hype about how they're going to support me so much, and very little action. But you never know, it might still work out. Next one's gonna be a monkey, right? Not even a monkey. Well, actually, I can now just... I go to Symphony. Not yet Symphony time, right? Not yet Symphony time. Guess I can drain soul that one. But, like, what am I supposed to do to win a game? Because I totally don't see any path here. Play Sargeras. Yeah, I mean, I guess that is my main plan. I'm trying to find Sargeras and play it. Like, that's literally the plan. 3 hunt the secrets. Time to play the symphony. Most of the minions in my deck are junk, so I don't want that. I actually want this. But like, I have no idea how I'm supposed to survive. I have not absolutely nothing. I just don't.
Unleash a new wave of corruption. Your caution is beneath me.
Well, that went surprisingly well, actually. Still running the bad Prison Breaker list. We're going to make a monkey. Another secret? Well, I mean, this doesn't even do anything. Why is this card in this deck? Doesn't even do anything. I mean, I can destroy their minion, but I can summon this. And have no cards. What? What am I supposed to do? Let's see if there's another cat trick. There's no cat trick. Then we'll do this. And I'm not proccing that hidden meaning. But now my chance to find Sargeras is even worse than it used to be. I have no tools. But the alternative was to play... The alternative was to kill that minion with spells and then have my hand full of Tome Tamperings, which still don't do anything. This is so bad. Next turn, Loken, Sargeras. Alexiger, haven't put rank 1 of Caverns of Time. Oh no, they have Agramar. What am I supposed to do here? My opponents are playing cards. And I really don't have any cards that are worth playing. None of my cards do anything. Well, that's Sargeras. Yeah, I don't mind your zombies. I think. So that Arc Splitter can already kill Sargeras. But actually it's just going to go face. Because that's 8 plus 6 from those. So that's already 40. The Arcane Bolts. They're going to kill me. You just trade that away. You don't even have to, you can just go face. You can keep that around and use the Arcane Bolts next turn. You just Sinazar in my deck. Yeah, it does that. And there's absolutely no way for me to win, they have enough damage already. Okay. There's the bait and switch, which is fine. I use both of these to trade that anyway. Then we will need the taunt minions. So this cannot kill itself yet. Except that this is going to summon a taunt minion that allows that to kill itself. So I can't actually use the Loken. Unless I discover something small enough. I equip the harp so that I can heal. I can do Scourge supplies. Rid of the Tome Tempering. Buffing the Sargeras doesn't really do anything, right? I guess it doesn't hurt either. But the problem is I don't have 2 turns. No matter what happens, I don't have 2 turns. Because the Arcane Bolts are 6 damage. I can't heal out of their reach. Can I heal out of their reach? They need to swing into one of the 3/4 taunts here, so that they set up so that they can kill the 5/4 next turn, and then it's gonna be lethal. It's gonna be 8 damage from the Arcane Bolts and the Hero Power alone. So dead to a hidden meaning. Once again. I need a healing card. Do I have any healing? I don't even have any healing cards. I have movements left in the deck. I do have movements left in the deck. That's the kind of movement that I want. So that heals me for 2. Use this to kill that one. This heals me for 6. But it's still not enough because of the Celestial Shot giving... So it's gonna be 6, 8, 10 damage. 10 damage from these alone. There's nothing I can do. It's already 10 damage. It's already 10 damage from what they have on the board. We got close. Hi, Krishnak. We got close, but not close enough. They have 10. They already have 10 on board, but they might miss it. They might not realize that they have 10. You never know. Maybe they don't read the cards. Ah, bummer. They realized. Hype for Rumble. Me too. Gonna be a lot of rumbling coming in the near future. We got so close. We tried so hard. And got so far. But in the end, it didn't really matter. Could attempt with the totally unplayable deck, but nope. Krishnak, I'll need to download BlueStacks. Yeah, BlueStacks is awesome. I realized Baltor actually told me after I had made the video that he had to enable virtualization on his AMD processor to get BlueStacks to work. I pinned a comment about from BlueStacks support on how to enable virtualization. I didn't mention it in the video. I'm not sure if I did that original like 2 years ago. Maybe I already did it then. Because I know that now that I installed the soft launch. For the soft launch I installed BlueStacks from scratch. Also for the video then I didn't have to do anything. It just worked out of the box.
Maiev versus Garrosh. Hellscream's eyes are upon you.
None can escape my fury.
Fury. Alright, let's go. Expecting to play against an Enrage Warrior, of course.
Want to hear my playlist?
Turn to coin this. That works. We can do these. Let's see how it goes. It is a control warrior, alright. Oh, that's intriguing though.
Twist this, tighten that, and bolt over there.
I was going to buff up that one. I think this is acceptable. Now we have the big 4/5 with the Divine Shield. They haven't forged anything, so they can't use the Bellowing Flames yet. I have the Spider coming on it next turn. Possibly after hitting so that it goes into stealth, especially if I can keep the small ones around. Oh, that's really intriguing too. I think we're going to have to do this. They can't kill 2 minions and then Blade Storm. That's not going to happen. So we do it like this. Even Blade Storm doesn't do it.
Do you have this in a bigger size?
Yeah, life's good. Life's good. Oh boy.
Toys are much more fun to bring.
Another Divine Shield. I can trade with this. Do I even need to stealth? There's no need to stealth anything. This will keep everything comfortably out of reach of their removal pieces. Right? 12, 13, 3, 4, 1, 2. The only thing they could do is brawl. And like most warriors don't run brawl. They did. They did though. They did run brawl.
Monsters beneath you.
Now they have spent the brawl. And we have a Scourge Illusionist on the board. So now if you kill the Illusionist, then Thunderbringer comes. They don't have any extra armor right now. So they must not kill the Illusionist. That's really important for them. Really? Well, that was a big surprise. I could do Spider. If it's alone, it can be... Yeah, it can be killed if it's alone. Maybe it's an Inventomatic. But I mean, right this turn, of course, it's Thunderbringer. No armor here. Nothing forged yet. How are you going to kill Krabatoa and Neptulon? I guess it could be one of those and another Thunderbringer, of course. But that's going to be a huge problem. Then Krabatoa or Thunderbringer. But there's still Krabatoa coming even if they clear this. And they can't clear this, they already used the brawl. What card could the warrior have that would clear this? They don't even have a Sanitize that would have been forged by now. And that just brings the Krabatoa. That's not helping. It didn't bring a Krabatoa, it brought a Click Clocker. Well, that's still not helping. Because... That's big rogue. That's some big rogue action. Krishnak, what other decks are you gonna play? Well, it depends on what's going to be requested. Currently, the request queue is empty. Well, now there's one wild deck, but... Let's see. Oleg, what's the best way for us to get the latest version of the cards? Now I do not understand the question. Well, how can you get the earlier version of the cards? How can I see the queue on YouTube? Well, you can't. You actually can't see the queue even on other platforms. The queue is in my head. But when people ask for decks, you can give me a deck code and I'll play a game with the deck. Right now there's a deck from Twitch, but you can add a deck code from YouTube as well. But it has to be a deck code. I'm not going to build a deck card by card. And there are some cards that I don't have, and I'm quite low on dust, so there's a few decks that I can't play. I have like 95% of cards, but I'm missing a few. Toxfin. Right, all right. Doesn't even run the Asaran card, right? No, it does not. All right, let's try that for a game. Wait out the wild. And we smash something with this. See how that works. Is Control Priest allowed? Yeah, I can play one game of Control Priest. It might take half the stream. Depending on the matchup you get. I have played Control Priest before. So... Wow. I was hoping to find the jump bucket, of course. Hand-puffed crab riders are fun. Expecting to play against a quest rogue. They kept everything, they should have some pretty good stuff there. Not a quest rogue. Oh, some kind of mech rogue instead. Oh dear. Oh dear, dear. Oh, oh dear. Mm-hmm. Aha. I see. Most reasonable turn 1. We'll need this, right? Then I can play another Mermy if I do that. I have to play it with the Mermy next turn. Then I can get a couple of things out there. Need to try to hold some of these alive. And hope that the rogue can't draw anything useful. Oh, it's gonna hurt a little. Alright. Well, we have the scout. And we can play a Mermy. And then Mermy can hit into that one. Then we'll get another Mermy. And it can also hit into that one. So now we managed to kill the biggest scaling threat. But there's still the 3/3 and there's still more cards coming. I could grab Rider to kill these two here. But I think I may need the Void Gill. That's too slow. Void Gill's gonna be too slow. That was not correct. I need to take the War Leader. The War Leader was what I really needed. But eventually the Rogue is going to get a playable card, right? Yeah, War Leader would have been great here. Well, this allows me to kill the 4/4 and play the Void Gill. What's in the Rogue's deck? Because they're not doing anything. They played all of their cards on turn 1 and then they have done nothing. Okay, well now they're doing stuff. And we're dead. Took a while, but now we're so dead. This one has to give me the Flushwater Scout again. Gave me a Grab Rider. That's good enough. We hit here. Buff all of these. This goes here. I'll need the Stinger on the board. Then I can get my Grab Rider out there. I think Grab Rider can kill both of these. And I can get a Tiny Fin out there. So somehow we're still alive, but I mean, it's not going to last. I'm at 8 health. And eventually the Rogue is going to play a card. Like now. And they're just going to kill me next turn with the Stealth Minion. So I have to... Even the Gigafin top deck isn't enough. Now we're dead. They magnetize something on that and I die. Thing I can do. We're dead. All they need is another 3 damage. 3 attack minion that can be magnetized, and that's game. There it is. Lethal. I'm surprised that we somehow survived after they played their entire hand on turn 1, but ultimately not quite far enough. Got surprisingly close though. Krishnak. Forging Giants and Automatons. I have played the Forging... The Forging Priest is miserable. The Forging Druid is slightly better, but also bad. I have played Automaton Priest a bunch. But yeah, the Storm Giant just does not belong in Automaton Priest at all. But yeah, I don't think there's a chance that the Giants work unless you can ramp. Being able to ramp just seems super important for the Giants to be functional. But I did play the Druid deck with ramp and the Giants. You need to decide to go for Automator and Giant Plan depending on the game. That sounds like a trademark of a bad deck, to be honest. Because you want your deck to be focused. If you think of your deck in those terms, then it's usually just a bad deck. But bad decks are our specialty, are they not? Oh, let's go. Hi, Anubis. Well, we have an Ignis. We have an Animated that can bring back stuff, including giants if they're forged deep enough. And we can forge the Creation Protocol so that we can get a couple of copies of minions. But like, you're not focused enough when you build it like this. You're just not focused. Let's see what we can find. Well, we couldn't find the Automaton because we run this, so we're not focused, so that's why we have bad results. Now there's a disaster in the making.
I wonder.
Because for the giants to be good, we need the makers. We can't find the maker. Oh, well, maker alone doesn't do anything, projections alone doesn't do anything, so it has to be the giant. Giant is the only viable option to pick up from there. We have an animate deck to bring back another giant. Now we would also have an Automaton. Okay. We'll probably need... We'll probably need the giants here. We can animate the giant after it dies. But against Cosmic Keyboard, against this opener, there's very little chance overall. Let's see. Another Automaton. But we need to go with the giants here. Automatons are not an option right now. Has to be the giant.
Can't stand the heat.
We need to get the giant on the board. We have an animate that resurrects the giant because we have not played the Automatons, and the giant is a natural zero-cost minion right now. So that helps us defend a little bit here. Reverberations on that obviously is very, very bad for me. Now I will be forced to cannibalize the giant. Well, cannibalizing the giant is not awful, but they have way too much board presence. That Cosmic Keyboard is just incredibly powerful. But we are playing against a tier 1 deck here with a absolute chunk piece of deck, so there is that. Well, I do have to cannibalize. I can use the top deck cannibalize so that it will look better. I do still get the 8 health. That's important. And I will have to animate the giant back. Because otherwise there's just too much damage coming in. So this helps me defend for a short period of time. Oh, 3 4/5s. Yeah, that's pretty strong. Do I have anything against 3 4/5s? I guess we have Prison of Yogg-Saron. I could animate another giant. What other alternatives do I have? I haven't had any clean the scenes, so I don't have... Yeah, I don't have any AoE. I don't have a man tool. I don't have the behemoth here.
I wonder.
Tribe can most likely kill one of those. Animating the giant doesn't really do that much. Can I get a one-cost weapon that's poisonous? Because that one has Wind Fury too, so that's just terrible. We'll need a poisonous one-cost weapon here. Just don't have anything here. But I mean, the deck does suck really, really badly. So no big surprise. Really, do you think they will make a legendary porters for Yogg and Yashiraj? No idea. But I mean, why not? Probably. Over time. Eventually. I just don't see what on earth I can do here. Because I have really nothing whatsoever. Oh, a random shield slam, and because they randomly discovered. Yeah, that was funny. Yeah, we're so dead. Hail Mary Yogg play. Alright, Yogg, clear the entire board, please. Interesting events. Actually cannot kill any of these minions.
I wonder.
That hits, that hits. That hits, that hits. Technically alive. I did have an infused clean the scene play, right? No, the infused clean the scene would have still left them with a 4-1. So yeah. Any AoE and we're just dead. Oh, that was awful. But I mean, that deck was so bad. So incredibly bad. I made a copy of my deck. Removed Fizzle, 2 Bash, and added Trial by Fire and 2 Bridge Rifts. Okay. Can try. I mean, the Fizzle is clearly redundant in the archetype because you're not going to ever play games that go so long. Band, Spell, Flames, Viper, Starfish. We can go play a game with that. The giants that you forge are kind of funny, but they only really work in Druid. Because they only become good when you can multiply them, and for that you need the Melted card. And for that to work you have to be able to ramp, because you don't get enough mana otherwise. And Priests Animate Dead can bring back giants, but the giants that you bring back from Animate Dead are not brought back by Raden, because Raden only brings back cards that you play. So that's a pretty major issue as well.
Let
Alright, let's see what's going to happen in this game against a paladin. And the bellowing flames. I do want to forge that, because the split damage can be good. So they're playing Old Paladin and I'm playing Old Warrior. Do you ever play Arena? Not really. Because Arena is such a terrible format. I'm a big limited player. I love playing limited formats. But it's just incredible how bad of a limited format they build with Arena. Because it's basically a limited format with no decisions. Like that's incredibly stupid. But it's clearly the worst format ever. I think we're just going to Bladestorm those now that we got to the lucky position that everything had Divine Shield there at the same time. More boogie. I see. Cheap sanitize, that's all I want. I'm gonna do a Berserk here, get rid of a Divine Shield there. So this looks like the list that goes wide. Not the one that goes tall, but obviously they still have the Countess. Countess is still a powerful and useful card. And they definitely have Crusader Aura in that deck as well. So I need to be a little careful here. There's definitely Crusader Aura in the deck. I could finale this to get a Berserk out there. I could kill one minion. And I would get a minion into my hand. That doesn't seem too bad, to be honest. That was not a very useful minion. Okay. Remove one minion that deals damage from there. Crusader Aura could be played. Would probably force a Flames. Maybe. Flames might not be enough. But they can't Aura and Hero Power at this turn. That's the upside. So that's... oh, he's that one. I see.
Reporting for duty.
We have Smothering Starfish in the ETC. Could be useful later. Seal of Blood was a bit of a surprise. I didn't expect a Seal of Blood. Then this is actually the one that goes tall.
How to decide?
Actually the one that goes tall. They might not even have the Crusader Aura. Flames just don't do a whole lot here now.
How to decide?
Trial by Fire. Here's a bunch of stuff.
I have little time.
I will do a Trial by Fire. Kill that one. Kill that one. Kill that and kill one of those. I guess that's good enough.
Our story
34 games, 47% win. I mean, that's a disaster. That's a disaster of a deck. I guess not the absolutely worst deck in the world, but still Still a disaster. Okay, double Garden's Grace. That came early. We don't have time to Smothering Starfish. But we do have time to brawl. So it is time to brawl.
We stand together.
I mean, 5 out of 7 good outcomes. And both copies of Garden's Grace are gone. They still have the Countess left. There's still the Countess. If they can find their Countess, they can still win.
With my presence.
Yep, that's what I was saying. So we need the flames on the Countess. I need to forge the Sanitize now. And armor up. Okay, so 3 legendary cards. Let's see. No more brawls. I do have Yogg. I have a Yogg, I have a Sanitize. I'm playing Odd Warrior so I can get more armor. Let's see. I have not played an Elemental Mage, no. Lol E, what do you think about the new Thunderbringer? Thunderbringer is... It's surprisingly used in one of the top tier decks right now. You can actually find it on my YouTube channel. The Big Mech Rogue. Give all taunt minions in your hand. Buff. Okay.
Reporting for duty.
In death, I've mastered the art of
A 7-3 dagger. I see what you did there. I see what you did there. This will force the Sanitize, so shield block, Sanitize 5 mana. To deal 8 damage, it's just enough to kill the Armadillo. And then I can Rush Viper the weapon away. So this and this. Alright, one more legendary to go. One more legendary. But I have a Yogg-Saron. Let's see. I don't have a way to finale the Bridge Rift next turn. I do actually if I Ignis a 1-cost weapon. And then I play that. Unless they have lethal now. That's 14, I'm at 18. They have lethal. The power of the Countess could not be denied. The Armadillo buffed the Alakir in hand. And then there was also the Draka. And another buff for the Alakir. Nothing I could do. Nothing I could do whatsoever. I think the game went pretty well. They just happened to have everything. And I just couldn't answer that. I finally got these 2 Badlands packs. Yeah. They did arrive with a bit of a delay. Oh no, I'm missing cards from this. I guess I'll craft them. Those are usable cards anyway. I just have never played a deck that would run them. So... It's actually... I thought this was going to be a questline druid, but this actually isn't. So what is this? I don't understand. It has like shellfish and it has due process, so it looks like a mill druid. But it also looks like a hero power druid. Oh boy. It's another disaster in the making. But hey, let's go. Let's go check it out. It is mill, the hero powers to stall, but there are not enough mill tools. I mean, 2 potential mill cards don't make for a mill deck. And I have played lots of mill decks, like in Magic. I do enjoy a good mill. Good mill is tremendous fun. Also, playing against a mill deck is really interesting, because it's completely different than playing against anything else. But... I just have no idea what this is. How is this supposed to ever win a game? Because that's just not how Hearthstone works, you know. That's not how this game works at all. Armor. I was expecting a mech rogue, so I'm really surprised about the concoctor. But we'll see. Because I was expecting mech rogue, I thought I needed this, and the sheep, and the rake, so that I can stay alive. But now it's something different. I built to rush in a sheep. We'll be doing some shadow steppage. Alright, we're going to draw a beast. That's definitely what we're going to do. So we can start to get... Oh. I was about to say that we're going to start to get our hero power upgrades going. But on the other hand, we might also draw the shellfish. Which is going to be so incredibly useless in this matchup. And let's see. So many concoctions are coming. So incredibly many. I have the exploding sheep with rush, which can kill this and maybe the other stuff. Maybe. I probably will have to use it. Maybe I can wait. Just play the hedge mage and chill. Maybe I can save the fanboy. A little while longer. None of the minions here should die anyway. There's still a world in which I rush the sheep so that the future side doesn't get to create an army of concoctions. I was successful in baiting out the swarmers. That's beautiful.
You're both number one to me.
And this one is going to rush into the future side. That will kill everything like that. So we don't give them that many concoctions. Okay. Made it through that point. What's up next?
Can you feel the gift of the sun?
Lots of random stuff. Oh dear, oh dear. This might be good enough time to use this one. I think we're going to try to do process from here.
Armor! Lightly used armor! Aloof
And try some
never
due processing now. Try to start overwhelming them with cards, hopefully. We also had the maze in the shellfish. Depends on how well they can get rid of cards in their hand.
We rise to the warmth of the sun.
And they're getting rid of the cards in hand quite nicely though. Kolag is kind of nice. I do like Kolag a lot.
How curious.
Have some potential rake plays. Don't have 5 cards in hand, so we're not in a good position yet in that regard. I could grab a bit of armor if I play Kolag.
Sands of time run low.
I suppose it's fine. Grabbing that bit of armor is okay. We'll go to 38. I still have 18 cards in the deck. I discover even a copy of Kolag. That could be anything. Could even be a Kolag.
You're both number one to me.
Ah, the life steal. Not a big deal straight away. But a little bit later it will be. I just need to get my hero power upgrade so those rakes would become more effective. Ah, the double damage. That was powerful, now they can kill Kolag. And that was really good. I haven't made it to the Mishmash Moshers yet, nor do I actually have the I just have to rush a shellfish to kill the bloodied knight. Not a huge fan of that. I think a school teacher will be fine here. They still have a lot of armor left. The mood can be good later, once it becomes dissonant. Actually, it never becomes dissonant because it's from Nagaling. Sorry about that. So it's going to be just a +2.
Sands of time. How curious.
Break it, you buy it.
We're just killing this one here. 6 cards in hand. Cards in hand is acceptable. Trying to find an opportunity to overload my opponent's hand, but Rogue is very good at cycling cards, so it's not easy to... It's not easy to mill them. We might get them to fatigue. That could happen. What does a Thief Rogue have in ETC? I do not know. Then they have the card that repeats everything they've played, right? I think they do. I am still at 44, so no rush, no rush. We're going to draw another beast.
Nature speaks through my tunes.
Seriously, we only get the shellfishes. That's awful. Not good. I'll have to use one.
You're both #1 to me.
Just gonna kill that. They currently have 6 cards in hand. I'm going to give them another 2. But this still does not overdraw, so they're still completely fine. Just 10 cards in hand, but they can play those cards. It's no problem for them at all. I managed to prevent more card draw for the time being, and they will have another one of those in Tess. So whenever I have a Get Rattle minion on the board, the effect of that is going to be questionable. I haven't managed to get the attack upgrades, but I do have +2 attack here. So that will help me kill Krakatoa. So we're still fine. We get to 5 attack, 5 mana, 5 attack. Kill the Krakatoa. Really, really too bad that I managed to draw the shellfishes. Also, Ozuma is not very good. We do this in the harmonic mood. And we can kill the Krakatoa there. I can also kill the ETC here. And I can play a Prince Renatal to get some stuff on the board. I'm at 33. Opponent has 8 cards remaining in the deck, but remember that they have Tess, so they have some huge power there.
My client is
Random Dirty Rat. Well, that was a major surprise, I guess. Not random, it was in their ETC. Well, it's still a major surprise. Okay, that's totally fine. I don't mind that at all. I need to find another hedge maze. That would be somewhat important. Well, at least they don't have... Yeah, I definitely need another hedge maze here. I'm going to lose otherwise. So, can I find the hedge maze? Oh, I cannot. I can find an Undeking, but I can't play it, so that's not great. I cannot upgrade my hero power at all.
Anybody?
I need 4 damage to a minion. It's not the best, but it is what it is.
Pick me! Pick me!
At least it kills a minion there.
Answer the question.
Lose phase, I think. Well, I have an Undeking. But do I live long enough to be able to use that? Because that's going to be 10 damage, 15 damage. Looks like a lot of damage to me. Potentially lethal damage even. Depending on the concoctions. I just have very, very little that I can do. Not finding any of the hero power upgrades was a disaster in this game. An absolute disaster. And they are getting some really good random junk stuff going on. So that's a huge problem for me, I suppose. Sverre, I'm stuck at level 39. The Wolfhagen or something level is hard. They attack at night with the tower real close. Yeah, they do. That was a very difficult one. I absolutely agree, that was a really difficult one. I first took the tower real close, then I took the tower at the top. If I remember correctly. I made a push from the tower and on the low ground, so the tower at the top started shooting those, and then I was able to hit the top tower. But yeah, that's one of the more difficult ones. Absolutely, it is. I'm going to need the 12 healing.
Sands of time run low.
I'm quite certain that I'm dead if I don't get that. Kill those. I go to 14. But 14 might just not be enough. I mean, Tess is coming, right? I haven't been able to actually destroy any of their cards. Down to 10. And here's Tess. With the silence effect. And the metamorphosis as well. So, what can I do? I can't even rake the deaths down because I haven't gotten a single upgrade to my hero power. Okay. Now I can actually dredge an Underking. I can get 12 armor.
How curious.
That's the line. Dredge the Underking. Underking is coming in. Kills Tess. Takes me to 20.
Sands of time run low.
And we play another due process.
Job done.
My hand is too full.
Alright, they lost the Ignis. I'm at 20. They have 2 uses of the Demonic Blast.
Anybody?
I don't think I have any more armor coming. No, I'm completely out of armor. Well, they're going to get a copy of everything I play. Isn't Ozumat just perfect here? Ozumat and proc the Death Rattle. Clears the board. They will get an Ozumat. Do I mind? I could also get them to draw 4 cards. But that's not good enough because then I will die.
Sands of time run low.
We'll just do this. They will get their copy of Ozumat.
I'm out of cards.
Then what? I'm at 17. This has been played. No Ignis, Queen has been played, Krabatova has been played. They still have some cards left. I'm going to burn a bunch of cards next, but it should be fine. They're just giving up in style. No, their cards draw more cards. We won a game with Milrogue. And I mean Mill Druid. We won a game with Mill Druid. I did not think that would happen. But it did. Oh boy. Wonder what the percentage chance of winning going in was. 30? I mean, it's very rare that you get like below 30 because opponents can brick their draw completely. They can get really bad RNG.
You asked for it. I make my own luck.
It's super hard to get odds worse than that. Although it is possible. There are some 20-ish win rate decks around too. Opponent can disconnect during the game.
Wanna hear my playlist?
We're going to do it like this. Next turn we can play the Mimiron and coin the Click Clocker. Did not draw a mech though. It's okay. It's Mimiron time. Mimiron coin Click Clocker. I considered prepping the gear shift, but maybe that won't be necessary. Can they actually kill Mimiron? I thought they would not be able to kill Mimiron with 3 mana. Truly. Truly I did not expect them to be able to kill Mimiron with 3 mana. Well, we'll see how that goes. It's not the end of the world yet. Can they actually kill this one too? Oh, they cannot. Great, great. So we get another coin and then we can play the Voltron Prime. Then we can give these health and can't be targeted by spells or hero powers. Right? Am I right? So here we go to the dome. Then we do double coins. Then we play the Titan. And then the Titan does +3 health and can't be targeted by spells or hero powers. Like this. So we have a 3/8 and a 4/6 that cannot be targeted by spells.
My powers are never truly gone.
So I can Bone Spike on that. I can do Blades and Bone Spike. I could also empty my hand here. Use this. Prep the Bone Spike. Gear shift, yeah. We use this. We use this. We prep the Bone Spike on that. Then we're going to gear shift. That gives me nothing great.
Too soon.
I guess we'll take the Spark Bots. Push it like that. Now that was probably a better play to do there. I'm not super happy about that one actually. That was definitely a better play available. We trade there. I draw 2 cards. Then I can actually gear shift now. And gear shift here. I get the illusionist out there.
Monsters beneath you.
This can go face, it already has life still, right? I just stealth it. Or I can also stealth this one. That's also fine. All of that's okay. Let's do that. So now Mage managed to draw a minion. So they got the Egwin effect on that. They were able to find a second solid alibi. Their problem here though is that this one has lifesteal now. But that just won't be enough. Because I heal right back up. I heal back up. Kill that one too. Hit some face. Hit some more face. Then we're going to go wide.
Twist this, tighten that, and bolt over there.
And just a little wide here. If they kill this and there's no room for it to pull stuff, this is okay, right? So they would still need another 30 damage. They might be able to get another... They might be able to get another solid alibi.
Reality.
Oh, they're able to get another solid alibi going. Okay, so there's 2 more solid alibis here. I see what you did there. I'd still have to kill the Sivara. Can't leave the Sivara up there. So this kills the Sivara. This kills the Artificer. I deal a bit of damage to the face here. Them down to 5. Do I need another minion on the board? Maybe one Divine Shield minion out there. It could be in stealth too. That never hurts. I can buff that one up a little as well. Like this. They were able to draw a minion again. They have a 4th solid alibi in hand, right? Sometimes it just takes surprisingly long time to kill a mage. Or doesn't it? Solid. They don't have another solid alibi? No, they only had 3 solid alibis. Alright. Kib, good evening. Oh boy. Sometimes it takes a while to kill a mage. Three solid alibis. Boy. Bird has 55% win rate with Mildruid. That's wonderful. Well, I now have 100% win rate with it so far, but... yeah. It's also a little bit surprising. People don't remember how to play against Mill anymore. There hasn't been Mill in Hearthstone for such a long time.
A just cause is always worth fighting for.
I make my
Oh
own.
no, an Anduin. That does not sound like fun. Yeah, that's how I tried to set it up so that they would die to the chip damage. That was the plan.
I see you brought guests.
It's a control priest. I just don't want to.
Light sings, and the impure fall.
I just don't want to. Well, we play our hand here, but that's not much because I don't have more stuff in my hand.
Armor! Armor! Lightly used armor!
Gear shift's pretty nice.
Fast forward!
I will lose the Ini. But I still have to do it, right? Coin the gear shift. Get something playable. Getting that Ini back immediately was definitely a surprise. Well, then we're going to prep the pit stop.
Choose soon.
Ultron's too slow. We need the drone deconstructor. So we can play that one out there. Gives me a magnetic with reborn. I guess that one's going to trade there, and we can give it reborn. Should have probably given the reborn to the Divine Shield minion there, though. That would have been slightly better. I have so incredibly little going on here. So incredibly little. But the Illusionist will have a lot of work to do. And it's super unlikely that it can do the work against the Priest. Priest has silences. Priest has all sorts of board clears. Not a bad bone spike.
The time has come to dethrone our former master.
Right, Illusionist time. We need to keep hitting face here. Not a whole lot else I can do. That could be the third infusion for a clean the scene. They need more than just to clean the scene, right? But isn't that a terrible mistake? Or is it not? Can Priest clear up? They can silence the Thunderbringer. That's their plan. But even silencing it, it's fine, it's fine. I'm gonna use this here. And we'll play the Thunderbringer. And a Click Clocker. I mean, they can silence the Thunderbringer, but if they silence it, then it at least becomes a 6/6. But then they still need something to answer it. Silence plus clean the scene would just exactly clear everything, though. That would be perfect. Or they could get like Aman tools. They could get the Titan for next turn, because there's no lethal here. They could get the Colossal for next turn too. So many things that they can get. Yeah, unfortunately, there'll probably be too many things that they can get here. Whenever I magnetize minions. Yeah, but that's not... So I need to kill the Ignis there. And hold back those cards a little bit. Let's see. But now... Amantul, or the Colossal. Amantul removes Thunderbringer from the game, and it's going to be game. That's just so incredibly powerful there, and we're gone. We're dead. There's nothing left. They have another Amantul in hand as well, I know that by now, so... I would need another 10 damage immediately. And I have none. That's a loss. Any way to recover from this? None that I can see. What a wonderful game. Had so much great fun there. That's totally incredible. Like playing against Priest usually is. I mean, win or lose, usually you win, of course. Priest is not super strong. But it's always just really sad. All right. All right, up against the Paladin. Well, we get an interesting game at least.
None can escape my fury.
Going first. Nope, not those cards. We have an Illusionist. That's strong. Priest isn't meta. I know Priest isn't meta. I said we win almost all the time. It cannot be a meta deck if it loses most of the time. You do realize that.
Need a bit more spice over here.
Play this. We need to trade one of those away. There's still a chance of Hand of Adal killing the Invento Medic.
My client has the heart of a Kyrian.
Or that. So we'll see. Well, we get the Snoop out there. And with the power of the Snoop we can kill this. Now we're getting the Illusionist out there next turn, and from there, let's see where we go. Illusionist time. Do I want to attack and get a coin? Yeah, I think coins are good. Let's take a coin. Also opens up an opportunity to dagger this one down, if necessary, to get the Illusionist to hit into something. And then I will still have enough coins to play the Thunderbringer. But they probably won't. Whoa, what are you doing? What was that?
Reporting for duty.
That was...
Reporting for duty.
Don't even know what that was. They definitely seem like the type that would play Crusader Aura. And there's that card that's been in their hand from the start could be a Crusader Aura. I may need to do something about the Silverhand recruits. I absolutely want the Thunderbringer on the board now. So what if I dagger, play this, and no, coin, and then play this and Thunderbringer? Dagger, coin, Bone Spike one of these down. So I can play the Thunderbringer. And dagger another one of those down. Just to keep the board in reasonably nice looking shape. And now thanks to the Thunderbringer, and we have already seen one class action Lawyer, they could still have the Titan. Amethys is definitely an option. We still need to be careful about the board.
My client has the heart of a Kyrian.
That you don't want to do that. I just don't even know.
Reporting for duty. The battle is over.
I just like I don't even know. Can we get a good game with this? Last two games have been awful. What was going to happen when the horse died? I don't know. I don't know. I mean, you can play a top tier deck and you get to legend by rolling your face over the keyboard.
None can escape my fury.
I do enjoy a good Mimi run. Let's see. If I didn't play so many meme decks, I could have, of course, climbed to like top 1000 or something to face better players, but it is what it is. Oh, that's a minion. Wonderful. Magnetic and poisonous. See? And Geyser, bit of a surprise. No, not the Neptune draw. Bummer.
Job's done.
Well, next time we're probably going to play the Mimi run. See what happens. Mage would need something to be able to respond to that, and they don't always have it. But with the Neptune drawn, that's a big downside. Mage needs 4 damage. They have access to 4 mana. We'll give it a go. Let's see what happens. They don't always have the damage. If they don't have the damage, then they're in so much trouble. So they must find the damage somehow. Four points of damage. That's what it takes. Three mana to do it. And we're going to play this, and then we're going to magnetize on the Mimi run if it lives. If it dies, we'll probably just jam the Illusionist down. They could of course find like a silence effect or something. That would nullify the main effects of Mimiron. Alright, let's go. Open with this. Then we do this. Then we'll do this so that we guarantee a buff on one of the magnetics. We use the bigger one on Mimiron. And then Mimiron is going to hit some face. And after that, we're going to give Mimiron stealth. So then the mage would need to kill Mimiron from 6 health while it's in stealth. Alright, alright. Ini seems quite wonderful. But only dealt 2 damage. I think it's Ini time.
Think.
Next to Ini, we're going to kill those 2, and that one's going to go to the face. And then... Oh, wonderful random card. That was wonderful. It was actually wonderful. Well done, mage, well done. We'll need this. The random cards, the random cards. Can they deal 4 damage to a stealth minion? Maybe. We'll find out soon. The random cards, the random cards. The sorry state of Hearthstone sometimes. I'm going to summon the elementals. No. Celestial shot to the dome. Ah, second inquisitive creation. That was wonderful. That's really, really nice. So we bring out the Thunderbringer. That has to be brought out here, of course. I want the Neptulon back in the deck, and Gearshift can get it there. It's going to go in there with the Spark, but it's gonna be fine. Gearshift will put Neptulon back in the deck. And I can do this.
Job's done.
Alright. Now we have seen both Inquisitive creations used. So if the Thunderbringer dies, the mage is in a world of hurt. Can I build big enough of a minion to give this 12 attack? So that's 2, 4, 6, 8. 5 mana, 6 mana, 7 mana. 2 plus 4, 6, 8, 10. 10 damage. 10 damage available. Not quite there. So we'll hit with this. We summon a Snoop. Seriously? A Snoop? And I don't even know. I need to decide something better. Nah. I messed it up. Sorry about that. I obviously had the tools there to clear some more minions. Because now they can kill... Nothing kill the hands, or they can kill Neptulon. Because I didn't kill enough minions. I should have done that. Needed to play the rush spot there. Yeah, that was my bad. But can I stop 1500 high enough for 11x? On EU it is, yeah. On NA probably not. But yeah, that was totally my bad. Had an easy win there, but messed it up a little bit. I was just trying to figure out a way to avoid giving them the life steals, but I couldn't figure that out. So that was where I went wrong. So now I have 6 damage here. And I can get 6, I would need 14. I can have 2, 4, 6, yeah. I can have enough. Swap stats. Okay, so we're going to have lethal here. Messed up some things, but it's totally fine. So we're just going to magnetize on this one first. It's actually a pretty nice lethal. A pretty nice lethal indeed. So this is a fun one. You hit face with this first. And then you give it stats to the other minion. And then the other minion hits face and it's lethal. But I played miserably in that game, so it wasn't a good game anyway. But a reasonably fun lethal that you can do with Mimiron. Whenever you have more than one minion on the board. Season rewards. New packs. Yay. More copies of Due Process. Yay. Yup, that was that. Well, couldn't really find great games with the rogue deck, which is sad. I wanted to make a video of it, but we'll see. Maybe I can find enough. Anyway, that is going to be all for tonight. Time to get some sleep. So for the Twitch viewers, I'm going to raid somebody. And for the other platforms, the stream's just going to end. I can go check out what Warshak is doing. That sounds alright. Good night, Baltower. So we throw out Twitch viewers over to Warshak, and for everyone else, and for Twitch viewers as well, thanks for tuning in. It was a pleasure. I'm going to be playing some Rumble in the coming days because the global launch is approaching, and next Hearthstone stream is going to be next week. So I hope to see you in the Rumble streams. Take care. Bye bye.